stage in life where you're moving, you're changing a lot, your kind of, I don't know, your circle changes quite a lot. So I don't know if you want to pick up on that at all.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like making new friends is part of the whole college experience. And I know even myself when I was in college, I made new friends pretty much every year in throughout different experiences. So I suppose some of the tips kind of we had around making friends during college, during the current times is, just putting yourself out there where you can, going to maybe online events or, looking at clubs and societies or volunteering. I know all of the clubs and societies are probably going to be operating very differently than they usually would. But it is really important to kind of, I suppose, keep engaged with the college community as much as possible during these times, because I think it's very easy for people to become maybe disconnected if they aren't connected to the college already, or they've only just started off in first year. So I think it's really important as much as possible to stay connected through maybe joining a club or society or volunteering or whatever it might be. Even kind of chats like this are really vital to keep that kind of connection to the college community. So I think things like that are so important for us to do. So you'll just kind of see hopefully you can see that on the screen there. You'll see where we have kind of the section on studying and socializing during blended learning. So we have a few different articles under that. Mental health supports for students as well. So we have the 2 separate articles under that. And then we have a number of articles from other college students who've basically shared their experience of their time, maybe in college or how college life has changed during COVID, and some of their tips and advice around that as well. Don't know if I've answered your question, Lorraine, but hopefully I feel like I just go off on tangents.
No, that's perfect, because I mean, it's good to get an overview of the different flavor of things that are available, and then, pick up on a couple of things like that kind of concept around friendships and how, I mean, I even have, like, I've heard people say, oh, it's too late to make friends, things like that. It's never too late to make friends at any stage in university life, in college life, in adult life. You can make friendships. It's a shared experience and building shared experiences together. So that's what's key to creating a friendship. And then I guess you've mentioned motivation there. Do you want to maybe share like one little insight from the motivation pieces, so that we can really whet our appetite, so that we click on that link?
Yeah. I suppose a few of the things for staying motivated are, I suppose the first thing would be like giving yourself time to adjust to a new way of working. We might expect us to be, get straight into it and, be on top of everything all at once, but it really is something new for most of us. So giving yourself a bit of time to adjust to doing more work at home and spending a lot more time online. I think as well, just having that connection with your classmates as much as possible, or with friends who are also in the same college. If you could set up maybe like a virtual study call, like once a week, even with your classmates, or a WhatsApp group or something like that. And really try to stay in touch with each other, because I suppose the way things are at the moment, we may not have those kind of natural conversations that you'd have with other people in your class about, how are you getting on with that module, or, have you started that assignment yet, or those little kind of conversations that we have that keep us connected and keep us motivated when we know kind of how other people are getting on as well. So I think if we can create some kind of virtual space, with your classmates or something like that you're able to check in, and even if it's just really informal, but that people know it's a space they can go to kind of share that experience with other people, where they may not be able to do that in person as much anymore. Some of the other things around, I suppose, trying to leave your phone maybe away for a while. It's something I've struggled with, definitely, like working from home, because there's maybe less distractions in a way, but there's also more distractions in terms of like not having other people around. So you might be like, oh, I'll just check my phone, or get distracted quite easily by things. So I think try to be disciplined if you can, but also take breaks, because none of us can sit at a computer for that long. So there's no point in sitting at a computer for 3 hours and being like, oh, I'm not getting anything done. Take breaks, take a break and go for a walk. That's kind of what I've been doing at lunchtime, and in the morning I try and go for a walk kind of twice a day, just to get out of being in the same space. So allowing yourself that break, as well as trying to be disciplined, I suppose, when you are trying to do college work. And even having some kind of schedule, if you find that works for you, trying to get into a routine. I suppose when you're going to be in person in college, you will have more of a structure, but when you're at home, you may find it hard to structure your day. So, how you might plan out your days or plan out your week can be really helpful to look at as well.
Okay, Sinead, thank you so much. That's brilliant.